today. From Seattle, Washington, it's Week 1 of the NFL on EA Sports. It's the Seattle Seahawks taking on the Denver Broncos.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. With my good friend Charles Davis in the booth, I'm Brandon Gaudin, and the moment has finally arrived. Here we go in a rematch of Super Bowl 48. The Seahawks and Broncos are underway. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now here are the Broncos to take over on offense, led out by their rookie quarterback, drafted 12th overall, Bo Nix out of Oregon.
And we knew from the moment the commissioner called his name on draft night, and by the way, laid a pretty good hug on the commissioner going across the stage. But we knew he had a chance to be the starter week 1. He dove right into the playbook, ingratiated himself with his teammates, and that's exactly how things have played out.
The first carry now. This is Williams. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. From the 33, here's a 2nd and 4. Throwing Nix. Throw out wide is incomplete. And they'll look to avoid an early 3-and-out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Nix. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. But there you go, Charles, the first completed pass of his young career.
And we expect it not to be his last. Very good to get the first one out of the way, though, as he begins his career.
Nix on first down. Got his man. It's Dulcich. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
And there wasn't much room for the big tight end to do much after the catch. But at least he was able to pick up a solid gain to help his offense continue to move in the right direction.
On 2nd down, Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They run it again with Williams. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Broncos first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight-ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. To throw is Nix. He's got his 6'5" receiver. That's Tim Patrick. It'll be a gain of 5, and that'll make it second down. Another completion there, and you think about the draft back in the spring. He's selected in the first round, getting the start here, as we mentioned, in week 1. It's got to be quite a whirlwind for a young quarterback.
Absolutely, because going in the first round, people are going to clamor for you to be the starter right away, but many teams want you to get your feet wet first, maybe just kind of hang out behind a veteran starter. In this case, though, he ascended right to the top role, and I know he's excited about the opportunity.
From the gun on third down, it's Nix. He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman. And he will have a Broncos first down. They needed 5 there on third down. He winds up getting 7. But give the rookie another one on this opening drive and a first down with it. A nice start, Charles, for the first-year passer. He's come out, made a few plays, nice plays to begin this contest.
He certainly has, and if he finishes off this drive with a touchdown pass, I vote we don't call him rookie anymore. We'll move him right to veteran and continue from there.
Nix to throw on first down. And this one almost intercepted. Not a good throw there. Nearly an opening drive INT. Nix to the air again on second down. Finding the open man, and that's Tim Patrick. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. And a good sign for them right now to have their young quarterback looking confident on the opening drive.
Now, we haven't met a young quarterback, a veteran quarterback. It doesn't matter. We haven't met a quarterback yet that doesn't tell us he's confident about his abilities, right?
That's true.
But when you're young, it's really important to get off to a good start because it does build up that confidence. It allows him to play better as the game goes on.
Especially crucial here on the road. The kick by Lutz is good. And the Broncos, the first to grace the scoreboard. It's 3-zip. And all in all, a pretty decent opening drive, Charles. Pretty balanced. They had the passing game going and the rushing attack, too.
I would think they have to be happy with that start because you get your ground game going, which means your offensive line and your runners are pretty happy, and then you get your aerial attack going as well. So your quarterback and receivers have smiles on their faces. Now both up to speed, awaiting their next possessions for this game. They can't wait to get started again.
The Seahawks set to go on offense here, and it is the Pro Bowler Geno Smith at quarterback, Charles, in his 12th NFL season.
And Smith continues to show that his career resurgence hasn't been some fluke. He's brought a level of maturity, stability, and good play that allows him to compete with any team on any given week. The real question is whether or not he can become a championship caliber quarterback. Only time will tell, but for now, he's done enough to give this franchise reason to believe they can certainly get the job done.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. They find some open field here. He'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
So a first and 10 now in Denver territory at the 48-yard line. Again, it's Charbonnet. Down to about the 45. Here's second and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Smith. This is caught inside the 15. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A very nice pickup of 33 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Smith now to throw. That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete. Smith, an incomplete pass on 1st down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now Geno. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Now we're going to get a timeout here as it looks like there's a Seahawk injured on the play. Well, fingers crossed here. First quarter of a new season, already an injury. And while they attend to him, we'll step aside. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Throwing now is Geno. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. On comes the Seahawk kicker here on 4th down. It's Jason Myers. From the left hash, he'll have to cut this at a tight angle. Myers' kick is good, and that will tie us at 3-3. So a long drive gets them down inside the 5, but ultimately they settle for just the field goal.
And I have to think that if maybe they were a yard closer, that would have made their decision tougher, and I think they likely would have gone for it. But in this situation, they just decided to take the 3, and I think it was a smart move.
So now the second drive offensively coming up for the Denver Broncos. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them want it to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Up the middle, it's Williams. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. And his throw is incomplete. 2nd and 10. On the counter, here's Williams. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the 1st down and move the chains. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Broncos 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. A nice completion there for the 1st down. And, Charles, you think about the quarterbacks of recent vintage that have been thrust into action week 1. It's no guarantee of future success, but we sure have seen some good ones.
We certainly have, partner. How about Joe Burrow with the Bengals in 2020? He was excellent. Kyler Murray with the Cardinals. The best part about his game has his team right on the brink of the playoffs. And Deshaun Watson has won division titles after having started from day 1.
Trying to lay one up deep. Oh, a leap, and he will make the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 37 yards.
And there's not a quarterback in the league that will ever complain about having small receivers like a Tyreek Hill or a Cooper Kupp who can find a seam, have good vision, and get open. But when you're throwing downfield like this, you want a big, tall receiver who can go above the rim, or if you're a volleyball fan, above the net and get it.
They had to settle for 3 last drive, hoping this second go-around ends in 6. In good position, 1st and 10. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Now a 2nd and 10. Off the play fake, Nix. He's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Jaron Reed. Give him the credit for the sack and a loss of 14 yards.
All about the offense so far this drive, putting something sustained together. But the defense, they responded on that play. 2nd and manageable became 3rd and long, The drive marching to the end zone is one play from stalling out.
9th play of the drive now on 3rd and a country mile. Nix to the air. That's taken in by Dulcich. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that's going to make it 4th down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Now Lutz for the field goal try. This from 32 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And they will take the lead here in this battle of field goals at 6-3. So we're trading first-half field goals. No breakthrough on the touchdown front. Got a 6-3 game.
Yeah, and I know so many people look at a game through offensive eyes, right? They want to see how the game's played that way. You know how I'm going to view it, right? The defenses, to me, have responded well in this game. Like what I'm seeing from them, both of them hoping to keep it to field goals and not give up big touchdowns.
Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their second drive. Their drive last time, it stalled out. They were forced to take the short field goal.
And the key phrase, you nailed it, forced to, because you know coaches look at these short field goals as a last resort, right? To them, that's not how drives are supposed to end. You're supposed to put 6 on the board. That's a consolation prize, like going to the county fair. You don't get the big stuffed animal on that one, do you?
No, you don't go top shelf. That's bottom shelf material. Back to the air, Smith on second down. And a big loss here as he's taken down. John Franklin Myers, the one in there to drop him.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. Geno now to throw. He'll find Metcalf. And he'll be knocked to the ground right there at the 22. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. On 4th down, ready to punt, Michael Dixon. And Marvin Mims deep for Denver. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And the Broncos take over, 1st down and 10. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to like what they've been doing along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas,
yeah,
right?
A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting off field, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
Second and 6. Now we give up the middle to Williams. And he'll be taken down at the 46-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down.
Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the 1st quarter.
They stick to the ground game on 1st down. It's Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. From the 46, here's 2nd down and 1. On on the option to give to Williams here. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Here's Nix. Throw left side to Reynolds. And they're able to get this one past the 30 to the 25-yard line. Nix now on 1st and 10. And Sutton hauls it in over the middle. Now he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. 6-3 is our score after 1. It's the NFL on EA Sports. Broncos football as we begin quarter number 2. 2nd down and a yard. As they've got it as we resume action. Nix from the shotgun. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Back at the 26-yard line. Draymond Jones. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, that's the 2nd time he's been sacked so far in the 1st half. And if they have designs on having a big year, on going anywhere, they've got to find a way to keep him upright so he can throw the football.
A 3rd field goal of the 1st half, not what they're looking for as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Nix. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds right around the 10-yard line. The rookie from Oregon on target with that one. It leads to a 1st down.
Well, so much for holding them to a field goal. The pressure they got home on the previous play didn't hear, and that bought their quarterback some time to find a receiver, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
A chance for a first touchdown drive of the year. It's 1st and goal. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. That's to the pylon and incomplete. 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. They go back to the ground with Williams. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And after that play, we've got an injury, and it appears to be to Courtland Sutton. While the medical staff checks on him, we'll step aside in this Week 1 contest. A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. They'll try and throw. Here's Nix. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Marvin Mims from 6 yards away. And the Broncos are able to extend their lead. Well, with this rookie QB, we talk a lot about his ball placement and how good he can be at laying it right in there. I think we just saw, Charles, though, the strength of that arm. That was an absolute rifle for the completed touchdown.
It absolutely was, and let's face it, you think he was really ready to get that first touchdown? Absolutely. He threw that pass with authority, just as you described. Big-time arm right there, and let's face it, a lot of quarterbacks used to be pitchers in baseball. The fastball was usually their best pitch, and we saw it there.
Lutz with the extra point, and his guys will take a 10-point lead. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And they will wrangle it down a couple yards shy of the 30. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. They trail by 10, 13-3 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now they'll start on the ground with Charbonnet. And nothing much materializing there on the 1st down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. Here's a 2nd and 8. Smith. A quick throw, but incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Here's Smith. This is Fant on the short completion. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss. To throw is Smith. He'll get that to Charbonnet. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. Smith. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Well, it wasn't a big strike, but that completion put them in really great range. What do we have now, 4th and inches?
Yeah, it's not more than a half a foot.
You know what I would do here?
You would always go for it.
I'm one of those guys.
Here's Michael Dixon now to punt. This is away, but boy, headed straight for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds, and they spotted it at the 15-yard line. Not too bad. Javonte Williams and the rest of the Bronco offense back out onto the field. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this across the 25-yard line. Throwing on 1st and 10 is Nix. That's taken in, complete to Reynolds. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 11 yards for number 11.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
And movement by one of the Broncos up front, and in comes the flag. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
A false start backs him up 5, 1st and 15. Back to throw. Nix. And a dangerous throw there, incomplete. He threw that into coverage. It was nearly intercepted.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've been very good, 5 for 7 thus far. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams. And he's going to be a yard short. A 2-yard pickup leads to 4th and 1. We talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot. He had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
4th down, so they send out Trenton Gill. Back deep for the Seahawks, Tyler Lockett. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on second down. Now Smith. It's complete to Brown, right side. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw, Smith. And this a quick slant to Lockett. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a first down.
First down for Lockett, and he's someone who's been a reliable weapon throughout his entire career. In fact, he doesn't get the credit he deserves. When it's all said and done, he's been one of the best receivers in Seahawks franchise history.
Second down and 6 now. Here's Smith. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third.
They've gobbled up over 30 yards of turf so far, but a sack knocks them backwards. And that interrupts the momentum they were building. Good opportunity for the defense to escape this drive before they get to the end zone.
Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down, they just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Now here's Jason Myers. He gets set for the Seahawk field goal. He hit his first. Now this one from 48 yards away. Myers' kick is good. And they will cut the lead back down to a touchdown now at 13-6. Maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for...
Now a hit and a loose football. And the Seahawks have picked it up. And they're going to be set up in the red zone at the 15.
As that ball got away from him, and he saw the opposing team recover it.
You felt his pain?
Oh, I felt his pain, and you know what was going through his head. Tuck it away. Take care of the ball. All the things he hears all week in practice, he didn't carry it over into the game.
And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. And the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And his play caller does a nice job of giving him an easy throw to start this drive, and he takes advantage of it. The completion sets up a manageable 2nd down.
Throwing on second down, Nix. Short throw caught by Dulcich. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a first down. They'll hand it off now, Williams. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. 3rd catch of this first half for him, and this one is a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. 2nd down coming up. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. He'll get this one to Patrick. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 24-yard line. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Had to put that ball in there with a little extra zip, and he put it right where it needed to be.
Yeah, and that little extra pace that he had on the pass, that required a little extra concentration for him, didn't it? Ball can get on you pretty quick in that manner, and he handled it well and picked up the first down.
Throwing on first down. Nix. It's complete to Williams. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
And a nice gain and a broken tackle along the way, and really we shouldn't be surprised, should we? That's what runners do, especially the best ones. They break tackles and gain extra yardage.
Here now, 2nd and 4. Throwing Nix. A quick throw there is incomplete. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Working out of the gun is Nix. And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Greg Dulcich from 19 yards away. And the Broncos have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. They're taking a peek at whether or not those feet were in bounds, and obviously a big call here in the end zone.
And not just the feet. How about the hands? How is the ball possessed while the feet are hopefully getting down in bounds? That's what they're trying to look at to see if it all comes together.
So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And a Greg Dulcich touchdown reception finished that drive off. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And the returner down to a knee, and this will come out to the 30-yard line. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score.
And I think they'd be well served to take that type of a physical approach against him the rest of the game. He's had his way so far, but on that last one, that worked quite well for the defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Throwing is Smith. They'll set up a screen to Charbonnet. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13. Minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that when halftime rolls around, Jonathan Coachman will have all the highlights and analysis of this first half of play from our studios in Orlando. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they talk it over, we step aside. Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on to punt for Seattle. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. It's a 42-yard punt. They keep him to just a yard on the return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. And we get another look now at this Broncos offense. They've had a very solid first half, and as we near the end of that first half, they're just looking for a little more on top of their lead right now.
And when you put together a game plan on offense, you put together what you think is going to be the best possible scenario, right? Hey, we're going to score. These are the plays that are going to do it. But you also put together your counters, meaning after they make adjustments to what you're doing, what do we have to go to next?
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Exactly. So I can't wait to see if we come out of the half, how they're going to go about doing things. Do you just keep running what you ran before, or do you go to your counters expecting those adjustments to happen?
Before that, we'll see the end here of this first half. Nix to throw on 2nd down. Finding Williams once more, complete. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Nix throwing on 3rd down. Out route complete to Dulcich. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's a big conversion there on 3rd down because they did not want to give the ball up here late in the half. They'd love to take the clock all the way down and score. This will definitely help the cause.
This offense in midseason form here in the opener. It's 1st and 10. Nix to throw again. Throwing the out route and complete. It's Reynolds. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now a 2nd and 6. To throw is Nix. That's into the hands of Reynolds. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Now it's Nix. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this ball recovered by the offense. But remember, they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble. We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
Into the hands of Patrick left side. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Now Williams running left. And some room to maneuver. And he will have a Broncos first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. 85 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As we'll send you back over to Orlando with our EA Sports Halftime Report, here's Jonathan Coachman.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome back to football, everybody. We've got a full slate of 16 games here to start the new season. So let's take our first trip around the NFL. Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Oh, a good-looking return set up here. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Seahawk offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And right out of the gate, they face what you'd think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start clawing back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and outs and expect to get that done.
Lockett the man in motion. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he's got it across midfield and into Denver territory. From just across the midfield stripe, here's a second down and 4. Now it's Smith. Smith and Jigbo hauling it in on the out route. On 1st and 10, it's Charbonnet. It was DJ Jones who was there for the tackle. Here's a 2nd and 5. They'll fake it. Now Smith. And he's got Smith and Jigba. And this is going to be another first down as they'll make the tackle at the Broncos' 17-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. And from the gun, here's a handoff to Charbonnet. Man, this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And now you have to wonder, partner, at what point in time do they forget the running game? It's been a struggle so far in this one. I would think they'd have to start throwing it a little bit more.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. Throwing now is Geno. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Out of the gun, a give to Charbonnet. And he'll be brought down shy of the first down marker at the 11. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
So on 4th down, here's Jason Myers for the Seahawk field goal. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. Myers' kick is good, and that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing, all right? They didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need him to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So now a look at the Broncos as they head back out there for their first possession of the second half. They begin the drive with Williams. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. In motion left goes Reynolds. They'll fake the jet sweep, and instead give up the middle to Williams. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and no more. To throw, here's Nix. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. As Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them, not easily done.
That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. Interior of that line blocked really well on that run, but also the 2 tight ends, they blocked well too.
Not only have they scouted the line of scrimmage, with their agility, they can get upfield and hit moving targets like linebackers, defensive backs. They do a really good job helping out the running game.
Took just 1 play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Now Geno. And that'll be incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Now run by Charbonnet. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Now Smith. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 44-yard line. Smith now to throw. This one into the hands of Metcalf. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. But that last throw, Charles, puts him over 15,000 yards passing now for his career.
And Brandon, they're not going to stop the game and give him the game ball here, but that's still a pretty impressive number, and he's got plenty of more good football ahead of him. Although I would say the team should give him a game ball after it's all over.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And Metcalf going to have the Seahawks first down as the tackle made down at the 33. Here's Charbonnet. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
And Charbonnet once again. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Smith. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
How about a nod to the sequence of plays they're putting together here? This has been death by 1,000 paper cuts on this drive. But this is one of their best plays yet, and they're able to move it down into the red zone.
Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. Man in motion left, that's Smith and Jigba. And they're going to give it to him on the jet sweep. The nice footwork gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further. Ball at the 9 on 2nd and 8. And now a handoff to Charbonnet. And a nice pick up there. He gets about 5 down to the 4-yard line. Here's 3rd and 3. Geno down to throw. Touchdown, Seahawks. DK Metcalf from 4 yards out. And the Seahawks are back within a score. Well, they had their chances in the first half, you remember, but had to settle for 2 field goals. This time they come away with 6.
I think they actually got affirmation about what they were doing by getting a touchdown, because the field goals means they got in range but couldn't quite finish it off. This time they broke through, and that's great for the old confidence.
And on the sideline, difference of a feeling between 3 and 6, is it astronomical or no?
It can be at times, that's for sure. A lot of times the field goal feels like a disappointment. The touchdown, well, that tells you you're getting it done.
And this one is caught. So they come up with a 2-point conversion, and that makes this a 1-point game now. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And he'll wisely just take a knee here. This ball will come out to the 30-yard line. And Denver getting set to take the field. Pretty important 3rd quarter drive for them. Momentum has sort of shifted the other direction after that last touchdown as they nurse this small lead. They start the drive on the ground. It's Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Nix to the air. Short throw caught by Dulcich. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. Here's Nix. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. Draymond Jones in there to get him once again. That's 2 sacks for him now here on opening day.
Like how they've started the 3rd quarter here. They force a punt on the first drive, and after this sack, it looks like they'll be forcing another one as well.
Absolutely. Maybe got their 2nd win coming out of the locker room. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Sutton reeling it in on the left side. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a first down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. They run it again with Williams. Still a couple yards short of the first as the 3-yard gain brings up a 3rd down. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. Trying for it with Pirine. And he's going to have the first down at about the 38. Give him 6 yards, and they do convert on 3rd.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And he's going to be hit and taken down. Back right around the 48-yard line. Draymond Jones getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, this has to count as a great team effort today, but this man, he's been at the center of all of it. Really special day for any defense to have this many sacks in a game, even more so for this player. One of the best individual efforts of the season.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Operating from the gun, here's Nix. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down. Nix from the shotgun. He'll find Reynolds over the middle. They'll get 19 out of this, but it will still bring up a 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. Now Lutz for the field goal try. They'll put it down right at the 40, so call this a 50-yard attempt. The kick by Lutz is good, and that will add 3 more to their lead. It pushes it up to 6. So 3 field goals that he's hit. Now this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
He's been solid, hasn't he? And he lives up to the adage that every offensive coach has ever said to us. We want to end every possession with a kick, right? For them, it's either extra point, field goal, or at worst, a punt. In this case, it's been 3s.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. A good balance attack for that last touchdown drive they had. Now it's time to see if they can do that again.
It really becomes a tale of 2 play callers, doesn't it? The offensive guy, he's in sync. Everything's working pretty well. For the defensive
guy, what's going on the defensive side?
That's a tough one because he's prepped all week as well, and he can't get a bead on exactly what they're doing right now. What he needs is one of his guys just to make a big play and disrupt things. Back
now in Seattle, Washington. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. They'll run it here with Charbonnet. And from the 15, they're able to work this up to the 20 for a pickup of a handful. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 16. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. DJ Jones drops him for a loss of 12, and it also brings up 4th down.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback, he's not received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
Now here's Michael Dixon as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. 43 yards on the punt, return of 4, and it'll be a short field for the Broncos as they take over 1st and 10. Denver's offense now set to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. 117 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. At carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Well, some good games around the league here early in week 1, and this one's shaping up to be as good as any of them as we come up on a 1st and 10. The pass there complete to Sutton. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Bronco 1st down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Looking to throw. Nix. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
Over the middle, complete. That's Burton. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. The pickup goes for 13 and sets him up 1st and goal.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too. That makes things really difficult.
They'll go jet sweep here with Sutton. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
And now the offense is going to stay out there as the Broncos will go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. Staying on his, and he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And no thought of bringing this one out. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll begin the drive at the 30. And out now come the Seahawks. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Play action. It's Smith. Out to the right. He gets it to Lockett. And Lockett going to pick up a Seahawks 1st down as he'll get this up to the 39. 4 yards on the pickup. Good enough to extend the drive. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Smith. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Smith, an incomplete pass on first down. Now it's 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. And that's going to be caught downfield by Fant. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards the pickup there.
Good yardage on the completion there. When they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 38. A run now with Charbonnet. He'll be hit down at the 33, 5 yards on the play. 2nd and 5. To throw is Smith. He'll be brought down by the Broncos. It's a sack. Baron Browning. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13.
I remember throughout my career hearing defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. Now a tough spot for Geno Smith and company after the sack. It's 3rd and long. They'll drop the throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down.
Well, how about the coverage we just saw him break out on 3rd down? Dime defense, blanketed the field with extra defensive backs and speed, unable to find an open hole to complete that pass.
Now here's Michael Dixon as he's on for the 5th time here today. And this punt sails over the sideline, and the spot, it looks to be right at the 25-yard line. The Broncos about set to go on offense. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking 1st downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, 1st downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. They'll stay on the ground with Williams. And he'll be tackled at about the 35. 127 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues. Here comes 3rd and about a foot. Back to throw. Nix. And that nearly the pick that they needed. He couldn't pull it in, though, and it's 4th down. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Now it's Lockett. Wiggles free. 43-yard punt, but they get 9 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. Their defense was able to force the punt. That's the good news. But this is still a 2-score game, and they need points on this drive and in a relatively quick manner. Now Geno on 1st down. No chance to get away there for Smith as he goes down. DJ Jones picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number, it's just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Here's Smith. He lets it fly for Lockett. That to the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Pat Surtain. And the Broncos are going to take possession here at their own 47-yard line. They set themselves behind the chains, tried to get it all back in one play, and it backfired.
Didn't it feel like a pitcher working his way into a 3-0 count, right? You're behind. What do your coaches always tell you? Get it back one pitch at a time. In this case, they tried to get it back right away, and it didn't work out.
Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. They have to like the position that they are in. Fourth quarter, 2-score lead, and now the ball back after the INT. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
Williams going to get it again on second down. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory.
And the Seahawks add a couple of extra DBs going with the dime look here.
Indeed, 6 on the field. Off the draw, here's Williams. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
The Broncos send out their punter now as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And this will be out of bounds. Now it's a question of where they'll mark it. And they'll say it crosses at the 11-yard line. And Seattle now ready to march onto the field. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Smith. He'll find Metcalf. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down. Here's Smith. He's got his target. That's complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to convert by plenty there on 3rd and 1. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
To the air again, Smith. Targeting the out route, and he completes this to Metcalf. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Seahawks moving pretty well through the air. Another first down. But correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
A couple of first downs has the football positioned at the 43 as they come up 1st and 10. On the give, here's Charbonnet. And he'll be taken down at about the 45. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. Again, it's Charbonnet. And good vision there as he's across midfield and down to the 45-yard line. 90 yards for him on the ground now on 18 carries.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Here's the give to McIntosh. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And they have just not been able to block him at all throughout this game. Seems like every other play, He's doing something in the backfield. Already got 2 sacks, and now here's a tackle behind the line.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. On the carry, Charbonnet. Absolutely nobody fooled there. He's going nowhere fast as he's stopped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll wind up as a loss on the play, so now they're staring at a 3rd down and 12.
When a draw works, it can be a thing of beauty. But when it doesn't, oh, it can be ugly. And in this case, loss of yardage ugly.
Well, here's a big one. You can just feel it. This is 3rd down now. Hands it off out of the gun. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. Well, look at the clock. You're down 2 scores. Have to go for this, don't you?
And they thought that as soon as they took over possession. It didn't matter where they were on the field. They were always going to be in 4-down territory. Backed up, in good situation, it didn't matter. So they've been preparing for that on their play sheet the entire time.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. They keep the game alive, at least for the moment, as it's a 1st down. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
All 3 timeouts remain, but they've got to score quick. It's 1st and 10. Here's Smith. And he whips that one incomplete there. They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Smith to throw. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Smith's going to throw it. And that ball incomplete, nearly intercepted. Took a chance with that one. It'll lead to a 4th down.
That means it's just one last chance left, and this has to be a 1st down or a touchdown, or this game's over.
Here we go. This is 4th down. They snap it to Smith. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Now they are really in the driver's seat here, enjoying this lead late in the 4th quarter. The defense does have all 3 timeouts, but at this point, doesn't look like it's going to matter much. They'll fake it on the jet sweep, and instead, a handoff up the middle. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. He's going to get it again. Just looking to get forward and protect the ball. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts, as it'll come with an even 90 seconds remaining on the clock. 3rd and 3. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. The Broncos send out their punter now, as he's on here to punt it away. A 40-yard punt, give him 3 on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over. So Geno and the Seahawks down by 12, under a minute 20 to go. How will this thing pan out? We'll watch as they come up on first down. Smith. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. Here's second down and 3. Back to throw, Smith. Gets this complete to Smith and Jigba. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A shotgun snap for Smith. Going right back to Smith and Jigba. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Here's first down. And Smith's throw into the hands of the receiver, Chenault. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. Well, CD, always a little extra excitement for Week 1, and one of our early window games here in Week 1 on a Sunday comes to a close. Good to be back in the booth with you, my friend.
And it's good to be back in the booth with you as well. And we know that not everyone's going to start the season 1-0, right? Half the league is going to have a loss on their record. But everyone's going to have to build off of that opener. And how many coaches tell us every single year, you make your most progress between Week 1 and Week 2. We'll see how both of these teams progress the rest of the season.
So for Denver, hey, you get a win, you get it on the road. You can't ask for much more than that to start the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Seahawks, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll look to get back in the winning column next week as they head to Foxborough to face off against the New England Patriots. So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Seattle, so long, everybody.